I posted a video as a joke and it actually did really well, and I was like very shocked.
Becoming a TikTok star totally derailed Addison Rae Easterling's life plans, and she couldn't be happier about it. She's gone from Louisiana to Los Angeles, and this journey has earned her an incredible amount of money along the way. We all know that Addison Rae loves to dance in front of the camera when she's filming TikTok videos, but she started busting a move way before then. She first became interested in dance when she was only 6 years old and has been moving and grooving for years. Addison Rae loves to stay active, and in high school she played softball and was a member of the cheerleading squad. In order to hone her skills, she joined the Shreveport Dance Academy to improve at her chosen form of artistic expression. She loves everything from contemporary to jazz, but admits that there is one style she struggles with: hip-hop. So how did Addison Rae go from being an average active teenager to a massive TikTok star? Her career trajectory is surprisingly similar to that of her fellow Hype House member Charli D'Amelio. They both started out dancing as kids, and once they downloaded the TikTok app, they pretty much became stars overnight. According to Addison Rae, she had no idea how much of an impact uploading a simple video would have on her entire life. She actually heard about TikTok for the first time thanks to a very different job she once had: babysitting. Addison Rae claims that she was babysitting for a lot of middle school students who couldn't get enough of TikTok. She downloaded the app to keep up with the kids and decided to make a video with her friend just as a joke. Well, now she's laughing all the way to the bank because it was a huge success. Addison Rae grabbed a cowboy hat and got filming, and it turns out people loved her style. As soon as her video got 93,000 likes, she knew she was onto something. Although Addison Rae was stunned by her sudden success, she knew right away that she had to take advantage of her momentum and keep going. Although her original video has more than doubled in likes since then, it took Addison Rae a little bit more time to figure out what fans really wanted, and that is apparently her mother, Charli Easterling. Addison Rae was racking up plenty of clicks on her own, but as soon as she started featuring her mom in videos, that's when she really exploded. That's right, Charli isn't just a regular mom, she's a cool mom. According to Addison Rae, fans love seeing this mother-daughter duo in action. It's not just regular TikTok fans that can't get enough of Addison and her mom rocking out together. Even celebrity Mariah Carey herself is obsessed with her content. Charli now has her very own TikTok, and with 3.5 million followers, it's definitely impressive, although not quite as much as her daughter's. In fact, social media stardom is a family affair in this case. Her father, Monty Lopez, also makes videos and has over 1 million followers so far. Sometimes you'll even catch her younger brothers, Enzo and Lucas, in her videos. But her family does a lot more than make guest appearances in Addison Rae's videos. While her close connections definitely helped her get popular, it's the support from her family that means the most to her.
It's really crazy because actually we blew up together.
Addison Rae says she feels incredibly fortunate to have such a supportive family, and that she knows her family always has her back. Not only is Addison Rae close to her biological family, but she's a huge supporter of the Hype House family. Even though this collective is made up of TikTok's hottest stars, Addison Rae says it's the one place where she doesn't have to worry about how many followers she has. Even though many of Addison Rae's videos may look simple, coming up with new content all the time isn't easy. She claims that her fellow Hype House members help keep her inspired, and their #1 priority is creating quality content for all of their fans. While achieving her level of fame has earned her no shortage of opportunities or money, it can still be stressful at times. Although she has many fans, there is also a lot of negativity that comes with her line of work, and having the support of her peers helps her deal with the difficult times. Her favorite thing about being a part of the Hype House is knowing that these people have your back. According to Addison Rae, there is one big misconception about her fame that she wants to clear up. Many people assume that when someone achieves her level of fame, they drop their old friends in favor of making powerful new connections. But just because she's a member of Hype House definitely doesn't mean she's let go of her former friendships. She claims that she still talks daily to everyone who knew her before she uploaded that first fateful TikTok video. It hasn't changed a thing, they just are super supportive and proud of me. Even though most of us would love to have as many followers as Addison Rae, she admits there is a definite downside that her friends and family help her cope with. While she loves meeting new people and interacting with her fans online, she's always concerned about her personal safety. She's a naturally friendly person, but occasionally she has to take on a more reserved persona just in case. This was something Addison Rae never had to worry about before achieving TikTok fame, so it's a new experience for her. But even though she might worry about some of her fans, she says she relates to most of the people who can't get enough of watching her videos. Addison Rae admits that she can be a bit of a fangirl herself and wants to know everything about her favorite celebrities. Like so many other people, you can definitely catch Addison Rae keeping up with the Kardashians. So while dealing with constant questions about her personal life can be tiring, this star gets where her fans are coming from. And speaking of her personal life, it seems like people can't stop talking about whether or not Addison Rae and Bryce Hall are dating or not. According to Addison Rae, she loves collaborating with her friends, but one of the definite drawbacks is that the moment you appear in a video with someone, everyone thinks you're dating. When they were first seen together, they were mostly just spending time with mutual friends. But eventually, the two of them became close, and now Addison Rae claims they're best friends, and that's it. Both she and Bryce are so busy with their careers that they just don't think trying to squeeze in a romantic relationship is a good idea. According to Addison Rae, the decision to stay platonic is mutual, and they're unsure if things will change in the future. She's definitely learned a lot about the industry, both good and bad, recently, but Addison Rae says she's also learned something about herself.
There are so many more people that support me and love me and just aren't afraid to cheer me up.
Some people think she smiles too much, however, that's just the way she is. This whole experience has helped Addison Rae realize what a naturally positive person she is, and she believes that comes across in her videos. Could the secret to her fame be as simple as staying positive? Well, the awesome dance moves probably help a little bit too. Experiencing negativity helped teach Addison Rae that she can't control what happens around her. She can only control how she reacts to it. Keeping this in mind has helped her stay cool under pressure and not let the actions of others affect her cheerful disposition. It's clear that Addison Rae has put a lot of work into building her online empire, but how much is that really helping her bank account? Let's just say this star definitely isn't hurting for cash at the moment, and has managed to rack up a net worth of $1.5 million. So where is all that cash coming from? Addison Rae is signed on with Hollywood talent agency WME, who works with digital creators to help promote their careers. Chase Hudson and the rest of the Hype House are also represented by the agency, which helps them secure gigs, manage tours, and sign on with endorsement deals. According to WME, their primary focus for TikTok stars like Addison Rae is not trying to mold them into traditional Hollywood stars, but helping them concentrate on expanding their existing business model. This means having them generate more exposure and building relationships with top brands that can afford to pay for their newfound celebrity. And this is a business model that's been working great for Addison Rae so far. She makes the bulk of her cash thanks to sponsored content, which she posts on a variety of platforms. For this star, all of those followers translates into cold hard cash. She currently has over 8 million followers on Instagram alone, and that means she can charge a premium for sponsored posts. Based on the amount of engagement with her Instagram account, it's likely that Addison Rae earns about $14,500 each time she promotes sponsored content, and that's far from her only major online moneymaker. Addison Rae also has a YouTube account with over 680,000 subscribers. Even though she doesn't post videos there often, when she hits the upload button, it definitely pays off. She could easily be bringing in $12,000 to $13,000 per YouTube video. The fact that she doesn't post more often on this platform just goes to show how much money she's making from other more lucrative sources like TikTok and collaboration deals. Fellow TikTok user Jaden Hostler says that music artists will often pay him to use their songs in his videos. He claims that his over 4 million followers means he can earn up to $2,000 per TikTok video just for choosing specific background music. Since Addison Rae has almost 26 million followers, she could be earning 6.5 times that much per post. That's about $13,000 per video. In addition to all of her current sources of income, Addison Rae might be adding streaming to the list. She's posted about it on Twitter before and seemed intrigued by fans' suggestion that she collaborate with popular streamer Karina Kopf. Apparently, lots of people would love to see these two gals gaming together, especially if they're playing Fortnite. Karina definitely seemed interested in the idea too, and Brooke AB also said she'd be up for collaborating with Addison Rae. Since Karina is signed on exclusively with Facebook Gaming, they might offer up a lucrative incentive to get Addison Rae on board as well. While many social media stars are content to keep doing what they're doing, Addison Rae is looking forward to branching out in the future. She has big dreams that go way beyond streaming and says that she's going to to tons of auditions with the hopes of landing a spot on a movie or television show.
Been on a lot of auditions and like castings and stuff like that, so hopefully in the next year I'll be casted in a movie or TV show.
It's kind of like always been my dream to be on the big screen. According to Addison Rae, her dream job would be a role on the hit series Stranger Things. Her career has come so far, so fast. But as long as this star keeps moving forward, there's no telling where she could end up. She's since apologized for her bad behavior and said she was unhappy with herself at the time. But did Addison try to copy Charli's career while simultaneously shading her online activity?
I was always so interested in everyone's life because it's just so much fun to like see that, I guess.
TikTok stars. Charli D'Amelio joined TikTok back in July of 2019, and she had no idea how much this app would change her life. She was the last person in her social circle to get on board, and she hit it big after posting a duet with Move With Joy. Before she knew it, she was a massive success and says she still isn't exactly sure why. This is crazy close to how Addison got her start on TikTok. She also signed up in July of 2019 after being encouraged by her friends. She decided to post a video just for fun, and before she knew it, TikTok became her full-time job.
I posted a video as a joke and it actually did really well, and I was like very shocked.
Dancing queens. Sisters Charli and Dixie D'Amelio are both huge on TikTok, and according to Dixie, they both have different strengths. While Dixie enjoys doing sketches and comedy, Charli's the dancer of the family, and according to her ex, Chase Hudson, Charli's the reason dancing's so popular on the app. She's been dancing for pretty much her entire life, and when she first started posting her moves on the app, Dixie was actually embarrassed by her little sister's videos. Addison Rae makes a ton of videos that showcase her dancing too, and she's been busting a move since long before TikTok was a thing. According to Addison, she's been dancing competitively since she was only 6 years old, and has no plans on giving up her groove anytime soon. Similar styles. You might have noticed that despite their different appearances, Charli and Addison have very similar styles. Both of them like to keep it simple and comfortable, which makes sense because they never know when they'll end up needing to film a dancing video. According to Charli, she wants to improve her sense of style and step up her fashion and get more creative. Addison has her basic routine down pat, and like Charli, she seems to prefer a more natural look. She's also looking at elevating her style and said she'd like to have her own brand of beauty products someday in the future. Joining Hype House. Charli became a huge name on the app almost instantly, and in November of 2019, she was invited to hang out with the creative collective we know as the Hype House. She quickly became friends with her fellow stars, and according to Chase Hudson, getting along and having the right personality are essential when it comes to becoming a member. Addison fit in so well that she jokes about joining by mistake after hanging out with everyone for long enough. As we all know, Charli eventually left the Hype House, claiming her departure was a business decision and not a personal one. There are rumors Addison isn't far behind after she refused to comment on the drama involving Daisy Keech, Chase Hudson, and Thomas Petru. Bryce Hall also hinted that Addison may not be hanging around them much in the future. Endorsements. According to Addison, one major reason for her TikTok success has been her consistency. She regularly posts videos, interacts with her fans, and stays active on social media. Not only do Charli and Addison both keep busy, but they also earn money selling their own merch. And then there are the endorsements. Charli made history by becoming the first TikTok star to appear in a Super Bowl commercial when she advertised Sabra hummus. There were rumors Addison would take part in a Super Bowl campaign to promote Chipotle, but it turned out not to be true. Hopefully Addison will have better luck following in Charli's footsteps in the future. Vlog Squad. They say Hollywood is a small town, and it seems like TikTok is too, considering how often the social circles of Charli and Addison overlap. Charli's been known to hang out with the Vlog Squad and has collaborated with David Dobrik and Zayn in the past. Addison is no stranger to the Vlog Squad either, especially since Jason Nash tried to play a prank on her. Relationships. Both Charli and Addison are friends with folks who make their livings on TikTok, and they've also tried dating within their social circles. Charli famously had a relationship with Hype House co-founder Chase Hudson, and fans loved watching them together. That is, until rumors started up about Chase cheating on Charli. Eventually, they ended the relationship, although they claimed to still be good friends. Some fans think they're going to get back together any day now, while others believe this split was the real reason Charli chose to leave the Hype House. Then there's Addison Rae and Bryce Hall. According to Bryce, the two enjoyed a fun first date at a sushi restaurant, but their busy schedules made it hard for them to find time together. Addison claimed they were talking, but ultimately decided they'd make better friends than boyfriend and girlfriend. Family affair. There's definitely no shortage of TikTokers out there, but how many of them have families willing to participate? Not only does Charli's sister Dixie have her own account, but her whole family takes part in the fun. She says her parents are super supportive and her fans love seeing them interact in her videos. Addison's family has also followed her into the world of TikTok, and she figured out pretty quickly that any video with her mom was guaranteed to be successful. Hey, she's not a regular mom, she's a cool mom. Her family members have their own accounts, and her parents put their careers on hold in order to support her social media stardom. Having a support network can make things so much easier, so this is one area in which Charli and Addison are very similar and very lucky. Representation. Charli and Addison have taken their careers to the next level, and that means getting proper representation. Addison signed on with the agency WME, and they will handle her bookings, licensing, and endorsements. Instead of turning her into a movie star, they want to support her career as it exists right now and help her land some more sweet endorsement deals. There was a time when Charli was being courted by WME as well. Charli is considered by many to be the biggest TikTok star there is, so it's not surprising that agencies got into a bidding war for her business. At one point, it came down to WME and UTA, and Charli and her family ended up going with UTA. Yes, just to make things more interesting, Charli and Addison are also represented by rival agencies. Relocation. Even though these stars technically work remotely, it's hard to keep up when you live far away from your frequent collaborators. Charli was living in Connecticut when she made the leap to LA to collaborate with the Hype House. Addison also took that massive step, going from Louisiana to LA after becoming friends with Chase Hudson and the other members of the Hype House. According to Addison, she knew there was only so much she could accomplish back home in Louisiana, and she wanted to go all in with her new career, even if it meant leaving her home state and her college education.
I can't even believe I even live in California, let alone Los Angeles.
James Charles. Have you really made it if you've never filmed a YouTube video with makeup artist James Charles? Both Charli and Addison got glam makeovers courtesy of James, and they even did so in the same month. In March of 2020, Charli, then Addison, were primed, primped, and prodded by James Charles as they got new looks and spilled some info about their lives and careers. Social groups. Being a part of Hype House doesn't mean just getting to live in an awesome mansion with ideal lighting, it also means getting an instant social circle. So it's not surprising that Charli and Addison share a lot of the same friends, although that wasn't always the case. Earlier, we mentioned that Addison liked some unkind comments about Charli on social media, and instead of claiming she was hacked or denying it, she fessed up and said it was done during a time when she felt bad about herself. She said this happened before she got to meet Charli and realized what an awesome person she is. Addison says Charli deserves every bit of her success, and she plans to support her no matter what. Although Dixie rushed to her sister's defense, it seems like it thankfully wasn't needed in this case. Reality show. If you can't get enough of Charli, you should know she and her sister will be starting a podcast about their lives and will definitely be tuning in to get the tea. But Charli and Dixie aren't the only two members of their family the world is curious about. Her parents are all for going all in and making their private lives public. They're talking about taking part in their own reality show. Could the D'Amelios be the next Kardashians? And speaking of, Addison Rae is a self-confessed Keeping Up with the Kardashians fan, and apparently she's been thinking about getting her own show too. Or at least she's hoping for one. She's added an eyes emoji to a fan comment about the possibility, making us wonder if reality show stardom could be in the cards for her as well. Clapbacks. There are tons of perks to being famous, and getting your own reality show is just one of them. But there are some definite drawbacks too, and Charli has been open about her experiences with bullying. She's not afraid to clap back against body shamers despite the onslaught of hateful comments she's received, including, "She's fatter than when we got her famous." She and Dixie even partnered with UNICEF to speak out about bullying and the downside of finding fame on TikTok. This is sadly something Addison has experienced as well, and she learned quickly that not everyone is looking out for her best interests. She's also been criticized for her appearance online, and she isn't here for it. She's also a pro at clapping back and encourages her fans to stay positive about themselves. Charity. Charli and Addison are earning the big bucks now, but that doesn't mean they aren't giving back. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Charli donated $50,000 to the Norwalk Hospital to help secure critical PPE supplies. Addison took part in the Sway at Home Slam and used her Mario tennis skills to secure a $1 million donation to No Kid Hungry, along with her teammate Taylor Fritz. No Kid Hungry works to make sure kids have access to food, whether they're at home or at school.
Front, side.
Addison Rae is a major star, but where would she be without her family? Of course, they provide moral support, but they've also uprooted their lives to follow her to LA. You might be surprised to learn how this family has had to evolve in order to support Addison's career, and her star is only shining brighter and brighter. Location, location, location. Before Addison Rae uploaded her first fateful TikTok video, she was just a typical teen living and loving her life in Louisiana. If Addison was unprepared for her future fame, her family was doubly so. She was born in Lafayette and was content living in her home state, getting ready to go to college when she first started posting on TikTok. Addison had no idea how big she would get, and by the time she got started at Louisiana State University, she already had about 300,000 followers. At first, Addison balanced her time between dancing and studying, but soon realized something would have to change if she wanted to take her online career to the next level. By the end of September, Addison's following had grown to over 1 million people, and the folks over at Famous Birthdays invited her to Los Angeles. But Addison wouldn't even consider making the massive trip without having her mom, Sherry Easterling, by her side. During her visit, she ended up meeting Chase Hudson, who had lunch with her and her mother. Chase asked her about where she saw her career going, something Addison admits she hadn't considered up until then. She started visiting her friends in LA more often, and by December she realized that if she wanted to take the next step, she was gonna have to make a huge move, and she could not do it alone. Despite her hype house friends, Addison knew she needed to have her family nearby, so Addison and her family uprooted their Louisiana lives and headed for La La Land. Family business. There's something you should definitely know about Sherry Easterling, and it's not that she's just a mom, she's a cool mom. Even though Addison is the most famous member of her family, she said that her TikToks really started to take off thanks to her mom's involvement. Fans love seeing this mother-daughter duo show off their dance moves together, and when Addison needs some clicks, she knows just how to get them. Being a member of Addison's family means taking part in her video creation, and it's simply non-negotiable. Not that her family members aren't more than happy to help out. On the Lady Gang podcast, Addison revealed her mom is there whenever she needs help recording, no questions asked. While being in quarantine isn't easy, Addison says she's using this time to work on video projects and take advantage of the fact that her family members are even more accessible than usual. And according to Addison, she films herself almost constantly and needs her family to keep up. They even have a shared TikTok account featuring videos of the whole family. If you want to catch a glimpse of Addison's adorable little brother Lucas, this is the best place to see his videos. Her dad, Monty Lopez, manages this account since Lucas is too little to have his own yet, unlike the rest of the family. Solo careers. Even though her family needs to be on call to help out with Addison's videos, they also need to have their own accounts and regularly create content. This means that her parents had to give up their more traditional jobs in order to find time for these online activities. Addison's mom, Sherry, was working as an engineer before she made the move to LA, and her dad, Monty, was working in multiple managerial positions. According to Addison, it wasn't her idea for her mom to start her own TikTok account, it was her fans. People loved seeing Sherry in Addison's videos so much that they wanted to support her solo career. So Addison decided the whole family should get started with their own TikTok and social media accounts. Both Sherry and Monty have their own accounts on Instagram and TikTok, and they also help their younger children maintain theirs. Sherry manages Enzo's Instagram account, while Monty makes sure to post videos of little Lucas on the family's TikTok page. In this family, the work doesn't stop even when Addison isn't involved. Sign on the dotted line. Spending time with Chase Hudson helped convince Addison to take the next step in her career by moving to LA, so it's not surprising that she signed on with the same agency that represents him. And when Addison signed on to be represented by the talent agency WME, she made sure her family did as well. After all, this family has become successful by sticking together, so it makes sense for them to all stick with the same agency. And there's one big reason why Addison thought this would be a smart move for her family. Unfortunately, there are many people who think TikTok stars like Addison and her family can't be as successful as more traditional types of celebrities. So many agencies see social media as a stepping stone to movie roles or singing careers, but WME wants to help their clients expand their existing business model and stick with what works. One big focus is building relationships between clients like Addison and brands willing to pay for their level of fame. Supportive. It might have seemed like Addison's career took off overnight, but it wouldn't have happened if she wasn't the amazing, talented woman with the awesome dance moves that she is. And Addison is the first to admit that she wouldn't be who she is today without the support of her family. Even before she signed on to TikTok, dancing was a huge part of her life, and her parents took her to lessons, attended her events, and supported her every step of the way. Ever since she was 6, Addison has been dancing, and she joined the Shreveport Dance Academy when she was older. In fact, the first time she uploaded a TikTok was because someone at her dance studio suggested it. If her family hadn't had her back for all these years, who knows where Addison would be today? Grounded. Even though Addison already made it big, that doesn't mean she doesn't rely on her family anymore. In fact, according to this star, it's quite the opposite. Although Addison's a big deal, she doesn't want to get a big head about it. Staying close with her family helps her keep grounded, and as Addison says, you are who you hang out with. She knows that who she associates with has a direct impact on her work ethic and mindset, which is why she loves spending time with her family. Addison also admits that her family comforts her during stressful times, and even though she always looks like she's having a blast in her videos, sometimes things get tough. Yes, even someone as gorgeous as Addison has had to deal with body shamers and says people have called her a whale. She responded to these comments by telling her fans to love themselves and not listen to negativity as long as you're happy and healthy.
There are people in this world that aren't good.
This kind of drama could easily bring someone down, and Addison is lucky to have her family's support and encouragement. Letting go. While Addison's parents have done their best to stay close to their daughter, they also need to know when to let go. It may sound simple, but it's important that Addison's family knows they're not her only collaborators. Addison definitely makes it look easy, but it's hard coming up with new and exciting content all the time. So she relies on her friends in the industry to help her get inspired. According to Addison, that's a big reason why she joined up with the Hype House. Although there have been a lot of rumors about drama lately, there was a time when Addison said her favorite thing about the Hype House was knowing who had her back. Her family knows that they need to support Addison, but they also know they can't be her only source of support. In addition to her biological family, Addison is still close to her friends who knew her before she became famous. According to Addison, they're still good friends and have always been proud and supportive of her success. Advertising. Addison has definitely come a long way since she put together her first TikTok video. Now she even has her own line of merchandise, and you know her family isn't shy about showing it off. She linked up with FanJoy, a company which has collaborated with other influencers like Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul. Addison wanted to create pieces she herself would wear, and sells everything from hoodies to coffee mugs. She's also collaborated with IamCoca.la on a limited apparel collection and would love to work on more products in the future. Having her own merch is a big deal, and Addison says she loves seeing her fans rocking her style. If you can't get enough of Addison's pouty face, you can always buy some of her pouty face clothes. Meet and greet. Most of us are used to seeing Addison online, but a lucky few have been able to encounter this star in real life. Well, few when compared to how many fans she has in total. Meet and greets are a great way for stars like Addison to stay in touch with their fans, and of course, the extra income definitely doesn't hurt. In February of 2020, Addison made the mistake of tweeting about her New York location, which caused tons of fans to show up for the chance of meeting her. Addison had to apologize to conservatory employees who struggled to deal with the fallout of her many fans. This incident makes it clear that people love Addison Addison, and she needs to have backup when dealing with an overwhelming number of people all eager to see her. That's why her parents are known to accompany her on her meet and greets. Not only can they act as crowd control and backup for Addison, but her fans want to see them as well. In fact, according to photo agency X17, Monty Lopez can sometimes get a little bit caught up in these situations and can't resist promoting his own Instagram account. But for Addison, her success is a family affair, so why shouldn't her dad Monty get to enjoy some of the spotlight too? Future goals. Addison's family has supported her this far, but this star has big plans for her future. For a lot of us, Addison Rae is total goals, but she says she wants to do more than simply earn a living as an influencer. Her own clothing line was a great start, but she wants to expand her business into other areas. One big dream of hers is to start her own hair and beauty business, and she knows she can dream big because she has her family there to back her up. Addison doesn't go full Kylie Jenner contour, but she definitely has her own beauty routine and no shortage of fans eager to follow it. Right now, she swears by products such as Dior Skin Forever Foundation and MAC Hyper Real Glow, but someday she dreams of being able to pick from her own beauty line. Maybe her makeup mogul dreams aren't that surprising considering she's a huge fan of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. What do you think about Addison Rae's decision to make her business a family affair? Should she switch things up and go solo, or do you love the family dynamic? Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and then click subscribe for more videos from the Taco. Bye for now.